We got a little bit of a shorter one today. Today on the bench we have a Sky. That's what it says here. Sky. I have no idea the origins of this guitar, but everything about it screams China to me. It weighs nothing. The body weighs absolutely nothing. The neck is horrible. What's crazy though is it actually sounds pretty good. It's fun to play, I'll give it that, but it is not a quality instrument by any means. Also, it has a Floyd Rosd tremolo system. That is a hilarious typo. Also, one of the saddles doesn't match. Yeah, this whole thing is just kind of a catastrophe. But the reason we're making the video today is this switch, it works in this position for this pickup. This position is just this pickup, and this position is silent. So I don't know what that's about. And if you pull the trem, if you pull this down more than just a little bit, it cuts out all the sound, and I suspect that's because of the solder point on the back. So let's flip it over so you can see that solder point in there is not very good right there. So I'm gonna redo that. Also, this is taped shut. This is where the control cavity is, so let's get to work. Well, this one's gonna be quick and easy. Like I said, it's pretty obvious why we've got issues. So like I was saying before, this solder is not very good. This needs to be redone. But then if you look in here, everything was wrapped in like Gorilla Tape or Duct Tape, but look at this. All of these should be soldered together and they're just kind of coiled around each other. And then this solder point right here, this red one and this black one, they're not even really connected to anything. And then there's a couple down here. Let me see if I can get it. This isn't even soldered at all. So it's time to break out the soldering iron. So I got the soldering all fixed up. I just used this blue painter's tape to cover this because there is no plastic under here. It's a lot easier to take this off. I don't really even care though. I mean, this guitar is not anything to make look good, especially on the back, honestly. It's really just a fun little toy. That's what it feels like, is a toy. I took this. This is from the red Squire from the last video. So I just kind of put this on there to protect this solder joint in here. Everything works, so I guess let's, oh, something I should probably mention. So the top humbucker is completely busted. The wire that connects the humbucker to the switch was stripped. So usually with a pickup, I don't know if I have one. I might have one on my wall. I can illustrate this. Should have shown this before I covered it up. But as an example, on these single coils, you have a white wire and a black wire. One of them is going to go to ground. The other one's going to go to your switch. Well, on that humbucker in there, the wires, the black one and the white one, if we use this as an example, are bundled together and then wrapped again in a black tube. Well, the cover that goes on the lead wire, which is what connects to the switch, was completely stripped. So it was just bare metal. And unfortunately, there's no way to isolate that from the ground wire. So what was happening is when you switch to this top humbucker, it would just ground out. The lead was connected to the ground at the pickup itself. So there was no extra wire to play with. So that humbucker is basically fried. So what I did was I just disconnected the wire altogether from the switch. So that position is now just silent. So I guess I could use it as kind of a kill switch. So this is effectively a one humbucker guitar now. So let's go ahead and plug it in and just take a look at the greatest that China has to offer. So I've tried to do this take like 10 times now, and this guitar just won't cooperate. It feels like a toy. It has horrible neck dive because the body weighs like 1 pound. I've just tried to record a second ago. The B string, like somehow it went up over the fretboard and then it came up underneath this fret right here, like under the metal. It like went under and came all the way back up. It's just hilarious. So it works electronically, but holy cow, is it terrible. Like, okay, so let's just do a quick sound test. Hopefully this time it actually works. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't fall apart in my hands because it feels like it's gonna. So here's clean. All right, so here's some overdrive. I think this humbucker sounds really good. It's a quad rails. I really like it. I installed it myself. Oh, and you can also use this as a kill switch now that one of the humbuckers is disconnected. So there. I couldn't resist putting it back on the bench because there's just more that needs to be said about this guitar before we leave today. Do not buy this guitar under any circumstances whatsoever. It has issues that are irredeemable, in my opinion. I mean, the first problem we already talked about, the Floyd Rosd bridge. Now, okay, you could buy a new one, right? You buy a real Floyd Rosd, it's $200. For the love of God, do not spend $200 on this guitar. Please. You could buy a whole guitar for just a little more than that has a Floyd Rosd style. The neck is absolutely horrendous. These inlays are cut so deep. It's like somebody took a pocket knife and just like chiseled little triangles out and then took stickers and just like stuck them in here. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I saw somebody mention this term on a forum post. I thought it was pretty hilarious, but it's mother of toilet seat. That's what this material is right here. The logo is faded. Also, this is not an old guitar. From what I could find, these aren't old. So the fact that it's already fading like that, my goodness. The fretboard is coming up, and it is the thinnest. Okay, so this fretboard, it looks like it has binding, but it's just horrible. I don't see if I can focus this. I mean, look at this. This is all the way down. All the way down. All the fret ends are sharp, and they're all uneven. Like, look, this one right here is out to here. This one's out to here. What happened here? It's like part of it just like fell off or broke off. Man, I can't recommend this guitar to anyone for any reason. I got it for free in a trade with somebody. I thought it looked cool. I mean, you pay more than free for wall art. So, you know, I actually did use it in a couple of recordings recently just for fun. But I felt like I had to work a lot harder for it. So, yeah, there you go. We're going to go ahead and end the video here. I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And again, don't buy this guitar. This was really fun to make, though. Sometimes you get something and you want to be optimistic and positive about it, and you just can't. So that's the Sky Flying V. Randy Rhoads would be very, very disappointed. Thank you.